roaming the streets. He asked God to provide the building, money, and furniture for the orphanage. God met all the needs of the orphanage every day. Over 10,000 children lived in the orphanage over the years. When each child became too old to live in the orphanage, George would pray with him and place a Bible in his right hand and a coin in his left. George explained that if he held on to what was in his right hand, God would always make sure there was something in his left hand as well.
Someone get the orphan. Get the orphan. Get the orphan. That's 7. 7? I wanted 7. She wouldn't let me. Stopped after 2. All right, we're going to end it with a little rock and roll tune, and who better to do it than the Thomas family. Little Johnny Cash is going to take us out. It's Johnson, Bailey, and Stella. Hello. Let's give them a warm-up welcome. Laugh track.
That ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet, with hearts like ours beat. I'll for you like a child. Oh, for the fire was wild. I've been to a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire.
Show on a ring of fire. They're talking about hell there? I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, let me know the high note. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Hey, a couple announcements before we go. If you'd like to make a donation, this is all about the orphans in the Ukraine. Make sure you make those checks payable to Grace Church, right? Out there in the donation box, throw one in there. Also, we have Bernie Donahue has some beautiful work. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernie Donahue. Turn. Artwork outside, right, in the break area, you can purchase, right, and proceeds go to the orphanage. Is that correct?
Well, the big stuff is from my house, off my walls, but there's small stuff there, and those are free with the donation.
Wow, check that out. So it's beautiful stuff. So make sure you check that out. All right, so all proceeds go to the Ukraine orphan and then to fund tax Mercedes-Benz, which is something that we need to do as well. Right. All right, just so he makes the payment. All right, so Tack, I think that's your cue. Where are you?
We're going to show a video first.
We're going to show it? No, I'll say when we show a video.
Okay.
Let's show a video.
My name is Natasha, and I'm 22 years old. I was born in the country of Kazakhstan, and then my family moved to Ukraine when I was young. I have a big family. There are 9 kids in my family, 3 sisters and 5 brothers. One of my sisters has been adopted to Spain, and 2 of my brothers are in America. I had to go to the orphanage because we had a troubled family. After the death of my father, my mother began drinking a lot and left us alone. Sometimes neighbors fed us when she was gone. It was 1999 when social service took us to the orphanage. At the orphanage, I had all I needed for survival, food and shelter, but there was no one who truly loved me. Often I cried during the night, always wanting to be in a family, wanting to have someone who would truly love me. In 2000, local believers started to visit our orphanage. They spent time with us, played games, did crafts, but at first, I didn't know whether they were for real, and if I could trust them. Later, I met Natasha and Tanya, and started to build relationships with them. I was looking for someone to understand me, to love me sincerely. I received all this. I was looking for a mentor who would help me to avoid making the mistakes my parents did. Then Dennis and Tanya's family started to take me home on the weekends. During my visits with Dennis and Tanya's family, I watched how they built relationships in their family. I learned why they went to church and why they believed in God. Their commitment and love to the Lord was obvious. This led me to learn more about God. And later, at the age of 16, I gave my life to the Lord. A huge blessing for me was an opportunity to live at a transition home for orphan graduates instead of a state dorm. Here, I live with my mentors and grow in my faith. I have living conditions that I could have only dreamed about. After graduating from orphanage school, I entered Kharkov Academy to become an elementary school teacher. Now I'm working part-time at a Christian school. desire is to become a mentor to kids in the orphanage and support them, the way I was supported and loved by my mentors. I thank God for the people who support this ministry, and for those who have helped to build such great transition homes for us orphanage graduates. I thank God for those who set a great example for us on how to build our life right and to avoid the mistakes of our parents.
Church, and I've had the privilege of working with the elders and deacons of this church to plan this out like 3 months ago. And I want to first thank each and every one of you guys for coming tonight. And as you know, all the proceeds that we raise over the last 3 weeks will be going toward these beloved children of God's. And I'd like to show you a few pictures of what's currently going on right now as we speak. The dear sister that you just saw on our video is currently still teaching and ministering to orphans in the eastern part of Ukraine. And just got connected to her on Facebook, and she shared so much love. And I mean, all the posts that she posts are just Bible verses and ministering to these children in the orphanage. Next. This picture was taken on June 20th, 8 days ago, at the Barvinik camp that I'll be going to in August. There are about 150 orphans there, and this is the entrance of the actual campsite, and that's the word Barvinik at the very top. As I was mentioned a couple of Sundays ago, the sister on the very left, Svetlana, she actually got baptized and took her first communion 2 weeks ago, and I got connected to her as well. Celebrated her. She showed me some awesome pictures of her baptism. Next one. The girl in the green, she is Julia. All your messages that you write to the orphans gets translated by her. She's the English translator and very godly example to the children. And actually, the one on the left is Alina, one of the girls that are actually sponsored by one of the children here. She's 19, one of the orphan graduates. She actually got graduated about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And they're there at the campsite doing various crafts, as you saw in the video, that a lot of these brothers and sisters at the Ukraine orphanage go to these kids and do arts and crafts, Bible studies on a weekly basis. The gentleman on the left in the blue is Bogdan Mazur. He is pretty much the main guy there in the Trinity of Reason. He's the one that picks us up and takes us to the campsite. And him and his team of 20 other brothers and sisters from his church, along with some of the Americans, including myself, will be going to this camp in August to minister God's love to 150 kids. And I think that's it. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed the talent show. Let's give a round of applause for all. There is a donation box. Mrs. Donahue also has projected some artwork and some origami, and we have pizza for sale, $1 a slice, and hopefully you guys can fellowship and then be dismissed on your way tonight. God bless you guys.